All right, everybody, here we go. It is February the 23rd, I believe, Saturday. It's a weekend drive. I said I'd be doing these drives, and I'm doing it. I got this camera set up. Excuse me. And I am leaving Target parking lot. I just met up with Claire, and she walks dogs. So we walked the dog, and it was pretty cool to go out there with her and do that. The dog's name was Remington. He was a huge beast of a dog. He was massive. He was giant, honestly, and he was super cool. He instantly loved me. Like, he's a big ass bear. I'd say this dog weighs 95 to 100 pounds easily. And we took him to this lake and threw tennis balls, and Remington just nonstop. The amount of energy that these dogs have is ridiculous. Like, honestly, I wonder if he's just like, at one point, because Claire can't throw the ball as far as me, and she was like, throw it really far. Like, I've never been able to throw it super far and see how far he can go. So I threw it as far as I could, and this camera is wobbling. We are wobbling here, and I am making the green light. Okay, hold on. This is important. We're driving, and I just went the wrong way. That's what I hate about this, is that to get to JTB from that Target, I can't just go out to A1A and get on it. And now I got to do a little loop-de-loop. This drive home just got a little bit longer. So, lost telling this story, probably because I can hear myself in these headphones. Let me turn it down and let me really focus here. So, anywhoosies, back to what I was saying. This dog, I throw it so far. I throw this ball so far that I feel bad. You know what I mean? I'm like, oh, fuck. I don't think this is good. Like, I don't think he should be going this far for a ball, basically. And I throw it as far as I can, and sure enough, he gets it. It comes all the way back, and I felt so fucking bad about it. I was like, Jesus, is this even safe at all? Like, should I be doing this? You know, like this is how scary or how bad I felt. I took everything out of my pockets, which my phone is broken. I can't even use it anyways. Didn't even bring it with me. But I take everything out of my pockets, put it down just in case he starts drowning and I have to go get him. So I fucking, like, I'm ready. And he just came back. He was totally fine, shakes off, and was ready to go again. It was insane. It was he went at least like 250 feet in total, easily. It was probably farther than that. Now that I think about it, it's way farther than that. I probably threw it 80 yards, and then he went 160 yards, whatever 160 times 3 is. 16 is 32, 48, 4,800 feet. Just kidding, 480 feet. So that's how far I think he went. But it's just a fun time. It was cool to get to see what Claire does, get to like hang out with some of Claire's dogs and see what they're like and what they're up to. And they were super, like, it was a super cool fucking dog. And now I am sitting here recording myself. I have a camera set up, and I'm at like at a red light. Got the whole world watching. Thankfully, the person who is next to me is one of those people who will refuse to look anywhere and is not even going to look or acknowledge the fact that there is a camera set up in the car next to them, and the child man that is driving is talking to himself. It's pretty fucking weird. It looked like it was about to start raining, and I just had the camera out, and I was like, oh, fuck, like, I'm gonna break this fucking camera. And I take my shirt off, and wrap, there we go. I take my shirt off and wrap the camera up in the shirt, and we're like, where we were, there's like a bunch of model homes and all this. So I was just going to, like, whoopsies, this camera's moving a little bit. There we go, these. Hold on, I'm driving right now, okay? Give me some slack. This isn't the best audio. I'm probably just going to give this for YouTube, because I don't think anyone wants to listen to this. It's way better to watch. But, I was fucking, it's like raining down the street. I could see it's raining. And I'm like, great, I'm going to ruin this fucking camera, this $1,500 camera they gave me. So I wrap it up in my shirt, take my shirt off, and I was just like walking. I just told Claire, I was like, oh, at least I look cool, like kidding around. And she was like, oh, I'm going to take a picture and send it to the lady, be like, oh, this is who was helping walk your dog, like as a joke. And I like flexed, and she was like act like she took a picture and said, oh, and he wasn't even flexing. And I thought of a new joke. I'm so skinny that I cannot even flex. I like that a lot. because it's kind of true in a way. I can't flex, and now it's raining. Cool. We get a rain drive home. It's a rain drive home, yeah. So, woke up this morning, wasn't feeling my best. Now I feel very good. I feel much better. I drank a coffee, and I'm going to go home, hang out with Claire until 7 o'clock. She's got to go back to Remington, and then she's going home, and I'm going to give you an episode, a weekend couch. As I do every weekend, you're getting a weekend couch. I'm pretty sure that there might be a guest episode scheduled for this weekend here. Well, whatever. I'm not going to fucking adjust the ISO now. Whatever. It's bright. The sun came back out. I don't know what to tell you. But I'll fix it in post. But I'm going to give you... I don't know if the guest hasn't reached out to me. And once again, I planned out a whole month, and here we go where people are forgetting and shit. And that's fine. But I'm going to go back to my tried and true model of just schedule them as they come. If you hit me up and you want to come on, great. But the problem is, I get these I don't know if it's every time I post a smoke break video, everybody sees it who smokes weed, and it's that looks so much fun, I want to come on. So I get a barrage of fucking messages, DMs, hey, can I come on? And I'm yeah, let's do it. But I can't have them all. So I'm either going to have them all come on and put them in a bank, but I don't like doing that because we talk a lot about a lot of current shit, which I'm actually about to get into after this. I just remembered I want to talk about something. And I'm going to have to dive deeper into it on the weekend couch because I'm not too sure as to the facts, but basically people we talk about current shit, and I don't want to be dated and have something come out a month later that we talk about something and it's a really good conversation that has no meaning in the current time. I'm going 80 miles an hour right now, and I have a camera. I am going to get pulled over. What am I doing? So, what I wanted to talk about that I heard, because my phone's broken, so I've been listening to NPR, is Microsoft. A bunch of employees, they've done this before, but they are striking because they have a $475 million, this is Microsoft, $475 million contract with the government to produce stuff, and basically they have these things that you put on, and it's you look through and you see the real world, but it projects things onto it, and it's just basically it's just like that episode of Black Mirror where they have the super soldiers who have the shit in their eyes, and you can download and see the map. It comes out Microsoft has created that, and the military is the number one buyer, just as they are of every other product. They're the number one buyer of that. And the Microsoft employees are striking, and in their strike letter, they're saying that everything we're making is going to be used to kill people, and this is not what we want. We don't want to have technology out there on the battlefield destroying people. And it's yo, it's happening now, and it's happening really fast. I think a lot of people think oh, it's going to be this slow burn, and we're going to have a lot of time to adjust to it. And no. One day, this technology is going to be implemented that we cannot go back from, and then that's it. It's literally just going to happen. There's not going to be all these talks about it. All the talks are now. I'm talking about it right fucking now. People have been talking about it for years. It's we are going to turn this fucking technological journey into the demise of who we are as human beings. And we might not even cease to exist as what we are anymore. And why not, in a way? Right now, if I could maintain how I am right now for as long as I want, I just hit the end button and then it's over. Who wouldn't do that? Most people don't want to be old. Most people want to be old in the sense that they have everything that they want. But if you can stay at the level of stamina and health as a 26-year-old, well, you would. And anybody who's even 50 would be yeah, it's my brain stays the same. I know what I know now, but I can go back and do a younger body. Fuck yeah, I'll do that. And that's what's gonna happen, and it's gonna be superior. I'll look like this, but it'll be super strong. I can do anything. I'll pick up this fucking car. It's gonna get to this really weird level where we're not gonna be able to discern anymore. Is this gonna take over or not? It's just gonna take over, and it's gonna happen really fast. And I hope that everyone has their fucking seats or their seatbelts on, as I do, as I'm doing this drive home. I don't really know what else I have to say. Claire is on her way to my house, and she's getting Starbucks for us, and I'm going to drink that. Oh, I love passing people when I'm doing this. I'm such a weirdo. I'm driving with a camera on me. Yeah, I'm a fucking psycho. Yeah, yeah, I'm a fucking psycho. Yeah. And I love it. Don't you love it? Passing cars and I love it. This is also a musical podcast. I hate when cars get over into the lane next to you. It's like, don't you dare try to get over again, because you get over on me, we're going to fucking... It's always... And that was an old person. Any OL old listener, you know that I'm ageist. I think old people are the problem. When it comes to bad ideas, when it comes to bad driving, it's all old people, okay? Right now, we're talking about ideas and I'm driving. The two most relevant fucking things. Ideas and driving. And that's the worst part of old people. They're wise, but they have old, bad ideas. And, like, how everything's changing, like how I said, it's just one day it's going to take over. Like, that one day has taken over for the old ideology. Ooh, that car almost got into an accident. That old ideology of, like, how things work and how, like, that old wisdom that used to be, like, tried and true and passed down through generations, like, it just isn't, it doesn't hold water, it doesn't hold weight, it means nothing anymore. Like, times have changed and we are fucking sick. Like, the way that the new people think, even, like, the most conservative of us millennials, is so far beyond what, like, the most conservative millennial is like a liberal old ass person. I'm talking like 80s up, like old ass, that like Noam Chomsky is trying. Don't use him. Like, he's trying way too hard to be the super liberal guy. And I'm not saying there's not more old people like that. I'm basically just kidding. But just old people have the worst ideas, percentage wise, and they're the worst drivers percentage wise. I would much rather see a 26-year-old Asian person. You know what's weird? Like, obviously there's that stereotype that Asian people are bad at driving. Like, maybe it's just because of the Fast and the Furious, the first one where they have the Asian gang guys. Like, I always thought Asian people were super dope at driving. Like, I think it's just older Asian people. And it's not even that they're Asian. I think it's just that they're older. Older people are not fucking good at driving. And if you feel like I'm targeting you, you feel like, oh, why are you talking mean about old people? Like, I'm an old person. You probably are, you know? Let's talk about it. No, I'm just kidding. You're probably not, because you're listening to this. Like, what old person? I remember at one time some old lady almost ran into me, and I just made, like, another old person almost kills me on the road. Like, we need to take their license, like, kidding around. And all these old people on Facebook were like, oh, what about me? Like, just being all this weird shit. Like, I'm sick of jokes not being taken as just jokes. Like, everything is so personal. And I think that is because of social media. And this is just such a hashed out already topic. Like, everyone already knows that social media gives everybody this false sense of self-importance. And everyone thinks that their opinion matters way too much. And yeah, that's exactly what's going on. Because you say a joke that has nothing to do with you. It's a joke, first of all. And then it bothers you, so now you need to voice your opinion like it matters. Like, oh, you just disrespected me, or I feel disrespected or offended, so that means something. Like, nah, dude, it doesn't fucking mean literally anything. I'm coming up to my neighborhood now. I can't believe that the camera has not even moved once. I have not changed the way that I am doing it. I just moved the position of where it is in the car for this one, as I did the first one, and it worked way better. We are learning from our mistakes and getting better at this. Please follow me on Instagram if you would like to get in contact with me and do a drive with me, or a smoke break, or just come on the show and do what I'm good at, the regular podcast. It is Instagram at CJ Couch Talk. Just fucking DM me. Or if you have any questions, comments, insults, or would like to be a guest, you can email me. It is cjcouchtalk@gmail.com. Also, if you'd like to help support the show, a little donation. You know, all this is free. I do all this content for free, obviously. If you would just, I'm never going to charge. I think I might. The smoke breaks are such a big hit that I think I'm going to make the drive homes, which are very much in the essence of a smoke break. I think I'm going to make the drive homes be for the Patreon people only. I know I say that about like every new thing that I do and I never do it. But now I feel like, okay, the smoke breaks, they're doing really well for whatever reason. I don't know why they outperform everything at such a higher level. I don't know what it is, but the smoke breaks do so well. If I put those behind a paywall, I don't know if they're doing so well just because they're free. Like, I don't think they're doing well enough to get people to pay for them. So just to this isn't to get people to pay, excuse me. This is just, I want people who do feel like they get something out of this and they like to donate. They get something more than just the satisfaction of being a donator. So patreon.com/CJ Couch Talk. If you enjoyed this and you're an NL, this is your first taste of couch talk, if you will, your first time licking the couch. I have a podcast. This is not what I do. I mean, kind of, I guess, but I just have a podcast where I do solo episodes, which I'm about to do, and also I do guest episodes where once a week I have a guest come on and I interview them, but it's not really an interview. It's mostly just a conversation, and they're mostly artists. That is on iTunes, the podcast app, search Couch Talk, and on SoundCloud also you search Couch Talk. And on YouTube, it is there as well. All the YouTube stuff, I feel like I slipped up on YouTube for so long. Now we have a shitload of videos, but there was once a time where I was like, fuck YouTube, I don't think it's the way to go, and I was totally wrong. Even now, I'm consumed by YouTube. I only watch HBO and YouTube. I do not use Netflix. I have nothing against it. I just, like, HBO's content is so good. Fucking True Detective, baby! Oh, True Detective. I'm not done yet. Oh, True Detective, baby. First of all, once again, just like I did Westworld, right after watching episode 1 of True Detective, and right after watching episode 1 of Westworld, I'd come on my podcast on a solo episode, tell you what the show's going to be all about. Couch Stradamus predicts it, and you know what? It looks like I was dead fucking right about True Detective Season 3. It's a big child ring of, spoiler alert, it's a big child ring. I'm not going to say anything else if you haven't watched the show, but True Detective is so fucking good. Season 2, if Season 2 lost you, if you're one of those people who, like me, Season 1 is one of the best seasons of television you've ever seen, then Season 2 lost you. Don't let Season 2 sway you. Or whatever, sway you. Swayed you? I was thinking of persuade you away, but sway you away from watching Season 3. Season 3 is not better than Season 1, but it is, I don't know. I don't think it is, just because Season 1 has so many, like, dope-ass things that are said. Like, Ending Words of Wisdom, for a while, now it's Comic of the Week, but Ending Words of Wisdom was True Detective Season 1 most of the time, because there's so much great shit said by Matthew McConaughey in that show, but yeah, True Detective Season 3, the finale is... It's only 8 episodes. I was so bummed out. They should have done 10, but whatever. The finale for True Detective is Sunday, which is when most of you will probably be watching this. So catch up on True Detective if you have not watched it already and finish it. And let me know what you think of the show. It is so fucking good. Game of Thrones is coming back. I'm so excited. I'm going to rewatch the show. Me and Patrick, co-host of the year, back-to-back years for Cast of Thrones. He is going to come on before. We'll do an episode talking all about life, catching up with Pat, and doing a little bit of Game of Thrones predictions and everything. Just to, if you're a Game of Thrones person and you are, you've never heard of Cast of Thrones because you're new to this, we predicted everything that happened. I don't want to give spoilers away, but we predicted like everything that happened, and I just pulled into my carport, so let me adjust that ISO right there. There we go. So, we predicted, like, everything. It was insane. And pretty much, we go over the episode. So, what's going to happen, Season 7, Episode 1 of Cast of Thrones with Patrick. We're going to go scene by scene, recap the show, go over what we think everything means, blah, 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 blah. And then we go into predictions. We predicted at least 20 different things that were all important. Some of them were bigger predictions that most people might have guessed at. The other ones were deep. We predicted someone's suicide. I know no one saw that one. Like, there was just so much good shit going on with that. Cast of Thrones does huge numbers because Game of Thrones does huge numbers, and it just draws attention. So that's coming up. Me and Claire we are watching Barry. I've already watched it. If you haven't watched Barry, check it out. But Thank you so much. Patreon.com/CJ Couch Talk if you'd like to help support the show. Follow me on Instagram. It is at CJ Couch Talk. If you have any questions, comments, insults, or would like to be a guest, it is cjcouchtalk@gmail.com. That is C as in Christ, J as in Jesus, C as in Christ, O as in ostrich, U as in uranium, C as in Christ, H as in horses, T as in tantalizing, A as in ass, L as in labia, K as in kaboom, @gmail.com. That's that. I'm going to hang out with my girlfriend now and snuggle with my dog. We're going to have a great afternoon, and then I'm going to give you a solo episode tonight. So that's it. I love you. Bye-bye.